excavated.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Heck yeah, it does, dude. So do you, bro. You
Thanks,
know?
man. Thanks.
Thank you, dude. Something nice to look at every day. That's how we get the base to the bits we need, dude. There it is. We got 7 pallets of our main pavers. Good afternoon, everybody. We're here on a new job. Benny's over there on a new job.
Yep.
How you doing, bro?
Potentially last job.
Hey, potentially.
Doing good, dude. How you doing?
Doing good. The global warming, man, the past couple of years have been keeping us working through December, so. And if this is global warming, dude, we get to work into December and disc golf into January. I'll take global warming. Viewer of the channel is the customer. Very cool. So many projects this year came from leads or people reaching out to me from my videos or through my my YouTube channel, and I really like that. I think that's really cool. I hope that happens more and more because it's really a good client list to have. People that just watch your channel and like your work and I guess appreciate who you are. So very cool. It's been an awesome year, right, bud?
What's that?
We were talking about that earlier today. This year has been full of people that hired us from finding us on YouTube, you know?
Oh yeah, mostly YouTube viewers.
YouTube viewers, yep. Appreciate all of you. Thank you. You know who you are. So we got the machine to unload. The job is a patio in the backyard with a fire pit and sitting area around the fire pit. We're gonna get unloaded and I'll show you guys what that's all about. So today is Monday, November 18th, 2024, and it's mid-60s. It's been absolutely gorgeous all in November already. A couple cold days, but not many. Just the mornings, really, like till like 9:30.
Yep.
Out riding the bike in November. Nice. That's how that works, huh?
That's how it works.
Nice, man.
It's that simple.
It's pretty cool. Man, I've been freaking loving this compactor. Absolutely loving it. Yep. Hey, bud.
Yeah.
You want to videotape me?
Okay. Okay.
She's off. Alright, so basically we're gonna be jumping this curb right here to get in the backyard, and when I come in with base stone and everything, we're gonna be putting the base stone on the street, and I'm gonna be bringing it in just bucket by bucket. So we got some timbers and 2x3s and plywood, so we can kind of make a nice easy transition. milk crate works so good for chains like this. Doesn't have a solid bottom, so if there's any water, it can just kind of drain right through. You need a nice strong one, but we've been using this one for a couple years now, I think. Here we are, bud.
Here we are.
Another big patio.
Look at the size of that thing.
That's not even the size of it, dude. That's actually like not even close to what we're doing.
No, that line.
We're actually going to be moving it over a little, moving that over a little. And then there's going to be a big square fire pit area over here. Rectangle and square.
At that point, I just go to those doors. Is that what we're doing too?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep. He's building 2 staircases.
Uh-huh.
One off these sliders and then one off that door, which goes to the garage.
Which also he built.
I know, dude, huh? It's awesome, bro. He said he had his friend frame it and he did all the details and stuff. But yeah, he said he's done a lot of work around here, man. And now he gets to be able to do something he really wanted. So this rectangle was just kind of for dig safe, and it's actually inside of what we're going to be excavating. Just so when we do our final marks, this doesn't like get into it. That's kind of why I did that. But it's basically a 25 by 30 foot rectangle, 30 feet this way, 25 feet from the house out. And then this square over here is yet to be determined. It's probably going to be like a 16 foot square, but 1/4 of that square is going to be inside of that patio. So we'll have to kind of mess with that when we start painting and everything. But it's what, 2:30 right now? 2:30, something like that. So we got the job ready this morning. Obviously we just brought the machine, and now the plan is to just map it out for our excavation mark. And then if we still got some time, we'll probably start digging in and moving some soil around, which we're leaving here.
Yep, repurposing, which is always good.
Always good. Imagine when he lights that fire, dude, when it's around, like when it's just snowed in, bro. That's when you come shovel it out, dude, and you just
Boy.
looks like a witch's hat, bro.
Like a goblin hut. A goblin over there.
Yeah.
Comes out.
So he's got an area right here that's really low. You can see all the roots exposed from that tree. I'm gonna use some of the fill and spread it all out in here, kind of level this area off. And there's another spot he wants us to level off, which is over here. There's a big swale and like bowl, but if we can bring it up and grade it, he'll be able to use his lawnmower and come around it. Right now it's just kind of a tough area to maintain, so that's always awesome if you can find a way to use the fill you're digging out, because it saves you money, saves you time. And not just you as the contractor, but it saves the customer. If you can tell them that if we find a way to repurpose the soil here, it's going to save you a lot of money, because we don't have to haul it out of here. No trucking fees or anything like that, dump fees, and it just makes the job go quicker, really. messed up the square line a little over there. We just assumed that was the same as this, but it wasn't. So a little adjusting, but we're good. This is our actual excavation mark, and it's a foot further than where the patio is going to be on all sides, just to give us some extra room for a big project like this. So we're following this orange line, and then I ran out of orange, so the fire pit area is the white line. So it's basically a 16 foot by 16 foot square with, like I said, this 1/4 of the square being inside the patio. And then the corner of the rectangle, the 25 foot by 30 foot rectangle, is going to be the center of the fire pit. And then you got plenty of room on all sides to sit around it. And it makes kind of a cool shape when you look at it from this angle, or even on top. I need to buy a drone. I really need to buy a drone and learn how to operate it, but I have enough trouble keeping up with just one GoPro. So the benchmark height we're going for is the siding over there below those windows. We're gonna go probably about an inch below that with top of paver. So this side over here might end up having to get lifted up a little bit with soil just to fade it in around the edges. Depending on how everything digs and it lays out, that may go down a little bit, or I don't know, but that's kind of the benchmark we're going off of for excavation. the sonotube. It's like I broke it too. Good morning. It's Tuesday, the next day. We got a lot done yesterday and we did a little bit off camera this morning already. We're getting closer to being excavated at the height we're thinking we need to be in this area. So that's the grade, and we're trying to just kind of follow that with some slope down and around. And Ben's cutting all the edges, cleaning them up and sloping them as we go. Gonna kind of go around here and then just kind of leave this for last. I gotta leave this ramp so I can get in and out with the backfill, and this will be like the last spot that I actually excavate out. Gonna need to put a small retaining wall over here to hold back this grade change, but it's looking good, coming together. Got some nice draining soil here, pretty sandy. Basically got through the topsoil everywhere, and there's been a few decent sized boulders and rocks, but nothing the thing hasn't been able to take out, you know?
Nothing that makes you pause the machine.
Nope. Machine keeps going. A lot of roots over here, and I'm actually going probably another 6 inches further than where I marked out for this fire pit area in the back, because the customer wants to actually try himself to build a sitting wall around the fire pit area. So we're going to excavate out further to give him the base prep for him to be able to do that. So we're going to keep going on the excavation. We got to set up string lines and get all of our grades and figure out where the top of paver is going to be. And we're going to start backfilling today. I have a stone delivery coming in a few hours, and I have some stone on my trailer right now. We'll probably still need more after that, but only like another truckload, so I'll be able to bring it someday when we come back. Anything to say this morning, pal?
Another beautiful day.
Another beautiful day, man. I like your shirt.
Me too.
Kamasi Masonry, baby.
Hey, represent.
You got to, man. The best around. Excavated.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Heck yeah, it does, dude. So do you, bro. You
Thanks,
know?
man. Thanks.
Thank you, dude. Something nice to look at every day. We are good. We got string lines set up. We double checked everything. That back line, this is going to be the highest point of the patio. Slope this way, 1/8 of a slope. 1/8 of a slope this way. What's 1/8 of a slope? That's showing a little bit more, but we're close enough. when that bubble just touches the line on either side, that's 1/8 of a slope, meaning 1 inch per 8 feet, or 1/8 of an inch per foot, however you want to add it up. So that's going to be 25 feet out. If we have a perfect eighth, what is that? That's 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches of slope from the high point to the low point. And you just got to do that math equation for whatever length you got. So we should be able to get the water flowing off this patio, no tapage. A little deeper over here.
Yeah, about 12.
Yeah. Typically we go 8 to 10 inches on a basic install with a good subsoil. If it drains well, you really don't need more than like 5, 6, 7 inches of base stone. And on this side, I think we're at anywhere from 10 to 12. That's a little more than 10. And then this back line, we're at 10. Gets a little less over here. That's in between our 8 and 10. This line over here is like 8, right?
9 and
It's like 10. And this part right here, this whole part is like the highest. But as I was digging, there's tips of a lot of big rocks, where if I start digging in, we're gonna disturb a lot of soil way deeper than we have to go. So we just left it at this height. And this is basically the lowest part right there. So 8.5 inches below the top of paver, which still gives us 6 inches of stone underneath it. 5 inches of regular base stone and 1 inch of chip. We got some footings that we have to deal with because the customer is going to be building a set of, like a porch and then a set of steps down onto the patio. So we're leaving basically this corner just alone, and we're going to focus on from here over, backfill, get it to height, and we're going to be ready to screed and lay some pavers tomorrow. Rain's coming Thursday, bud. Big rain. You never see one rain like this, my friend. Never see one rain like this. Good morning, everyone. It is November 20th, Wednesday. Day number 3 at this project. Day number 3, Benny. Alright, so we got this pretty close last night. We just did some more finishing touches this morning. But where those pipes are, that's all to our grade, to our top of the base stone grade, I should say. And this is how we check it. Some people ask me how I check my base stone, or they'll ask me if I pitch the base stone like I pitched the patio. And yes, absolutely, the base stone needs to be pitched the same way as you want like the top of the pavers to be, or else you'll have a lot to make up for, especially on a long stretch like this one. With 30 feet, you're gonna end up being at like 3 inches or so of slope. It means you'd end up having 3 inches of chip stone on the lowest spot, or the highest spot, I'm sorry. So what I do is we rake this stone out, just get it as close as we can, and then we lay our screed rails, which is what makes our chip stone level. We just lay them in, hammer them into place, and then check them with our levels. And what we want is an 1/8, slightly more, nothing less than an 1/8. Up here where we're close to the house is a little bit higher right now, but when we compact it might drop down a little, but even if it is right there, that's fine. I'm fine with that slope. And then we go from pipe to see if we're still sloping. And that brings us right to our 1/8 where the bubble touches that line. So we got water flow right now. These pipes are 10 feet each, so that's almost 20 feet. We have a good 1/8. And again, we got the same reading. Good to go. This line was our baseline. Then we set these 2 pipes in off of this and set those 2 in off of this. Like I had mentioned before, this patio sloping to the left and towards us. So we'll go up to where these 2 pipes meet right here. And we want to make sure we're level with those where they meet. And then we just bring it over. And that's right at that mark. We want a little bit more. That's fine. Check these ones. Good. And yep. Excellent. This whole area is all set. We're gonna leave this line in because that's our base point, and we're going to use these ones to check another section over here. That's what Ben's raking out for. Brought your hammer, huh? I tell you about this piece of junk. I try to explain the process, dude, of us getting it, like the base stone to like the right pitch. It's just practice, bro. We've done this so many times. It's like you rake it out, you look at it, you're like, nah, that's not right. I just tilt my head to the side a little bit and rake.
I close one eye.
Yeah, but you can feel it, you know, and then like put your head down, you rake for a while, you step back, you look at it, you can be like, oh, there's a high spot, or oh, there's a low spot. Yeah. Dude, you go over the same spot like 10, 12 times, dude, raking this stuff sometimes. And then you double check with the pipes, and the pipes tell you how close you are. And then once you've done that 250 times in your life, you get a little bit better at it. But when you first start doing it, you're out there like holding something like this, like
especially raking
like
stone.
yeah,
you know,
dude, yeah,
raking it for the first time, you're like, oh wow.
Or you're like you DIY and then you accidentally get like the 1 to 1.5 inch stone, dude. That stuff's no joke, man. Trying to shovel and rake the 1.5 inch crushed. But Robbins gives us some really good stone, dude. This stuff's probably There's really nowhere else that gets it as clean, dude. I mean, there's dust on it, obviously, but like significantly less than most places we can get it from.
It's nice that the chipstone's very clean.
Chipstone's super clean, man.
Very clean, man. That's what makes that really nice.
That chipstone's key, bro. Key.
Key.
If we don't have chipstone available, dude, we're putting down fabric and then sand, mason sand, and I'd be so upset about it. I think that's pretty dang close, dude. So with the rock being loose, the pipes don't really set right. So that's when you gotta just kind of hammer them into place. And that hammering them down is kind of gives you a read of where the stone will be after it's compacted. Yeah, my hammer's way better than yours, dude. Yep. Yep. And yep. Yep, and yep, dude. We're good up to that window. That's how we get the base to the bits we need, dude. There it is. You gotta be patient and hard working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Be a hard worker.
Do it right the first time.
Yeah, you don't want to be screwing around with chip, dude. You don't want to be putting a few inches of chip, dude, to get yourself level.
Yeah, once you start peeling back 3/4,
Yeah, or if the 3/4 is too high too, yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, 3/4 too high, you can't screed 3/4, dude. That don't work. Nope. So that side over there is gonna be high. The pavers are gonna be like 4 inches higher than where the grade is, and back there a little bit. So I brought some nice composted topsoil with me this morning, and before we start laying, and I won't be able to get over there without making damage, I'm gonna dump a few buckets so that we have it for down the road. When we're finished laying pavers and concreted the edges, we can fade all the loom in without wheelbarrowing it or anything like that. So if you remember, this whole area was right about 8-9 inches. So we did the small lift at the bottom, compacting it, and then we brought this stone right to height because it's only about 5-6 inches max in an area, and 3/4 stone can be spread out in 6-inch lifts for foot traffic applications like Paver Patio. So this whole area is going to be one lift, but that other part of the patio, we're at about 11-12 inches deep, so we're going to end up doing 2 lifts of compacting. Dude, all set?
All set.
Another section. Screed this section. We got pavers delay doing. Hi! Oh! Dude, I'm telling you, I wear these guys' shirts more than mine, dude.
I think I have more shorts of theirs than I do.
Yeah. What do you got? 6 of mine? 6 for me?
Yeah.
And then a medium hoodie for Emma?
Yep. Yep.
Well, hey man, we'll get to screeding. There's still like another 1.5 yards of chip in the driveway, so I'll dump that bucket up in the top and start spreading it out. And I'll go get some more. We got 7 pallets of our main pavers made by Genest. It's called Grand Katahdin Stone Color Granite Blend. 124 square feet per pallet and 3,460 pounds. The way that I had it all laid out, we're going to be using partial of the 7th pallet, but I just buy the full pallet, use what I need, and then if I got extra, I return it. Shouldn't need any more main pavers. These are the border pavers. It's a double sailor course. Try to explain it for you real quick. There's most of the time like 2 kinds of border style, 2 main kinds. If you have your border going like this and your main pavers in here, this is called a soldier course because the pavers are stood up on end. And if you go the other way, when you run the pavers like this, it's called a sailor course because they're laid down. So we're doing a double sailor course. The outer border is going to match the main paver color, and the inner border is going to be the same paver but charcoal colored. This is called Eastern Bay Stone, but I don't have full pallets there. I have 7 tiers, and they put a couple extras on the top. I must have had some. So once we get this area screeded out, we're gonna be bringing like 2 or 3 pallets over, and we're gonna be pulling layers from all 3 pallets to mix the color blends in nicely. Ready, bud?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
We got the 3 pallets. I think we're gonna pull more from these 2 than this one, just because I don't know if we're gonna need 3 pallets for this whole area. We may not. But I think we'll do 2 layers from each of these to one of these. So if it's like 2.5 pallets, then all we gotta do is pull this one out. We'll use all those 2, you know? So we're gonna pop them open and see what the color blends look like, because most of the time there's a big variation with Genest, which isn't a bad thing. You just gotta use it right. Ooh. It's a good batch. In the middle. Not light, not dark.
About the same.
Yeah? Yeah? Well,
Well, it kind of is pretty dark. Maybe
I
it's
wouldn't
just the
say
light.
dark. We've definitely had some dark, but I think it's right in the middle. Check this palette right here. Imagine I grabbed 3 of the palettes that are the same color. The other 3 are different colors. Or they're just getting really a lot better with their color. Yeah, this one seems about the same, dude. So this line over here is our back of the patio line. We're staying 2.5 inches off the wall because the customer wants to put stone veneer along this foundation wall. So we got to keep that as a buffer zone, like 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 for the stone veneer, and then like 3/8 to a 1/2 inch of mortar behind it, and then a gap in the front for poly sand. So this is our guideline. I have another line going over there, which we're gonna square off with this one, and that'll give us our line. We're going down the edge. That line is gonna be the edge of the main pavers, so we'll be able to just lay the main pavers in. This right here is the same size as the border, so that'll give us a good guideline to go off of. So I want to line this long end up. I also need to make sure of something here. Yeah, that's right where we want it to be. So once we get this line in, we'll be able to start here, lay the border in, and then this is the edge of the main paver. and we can just send the main pavers out and we'll do the border afterwards. Alright, when I put these down, it's going to be a full layer, half of each, and it'll mix in nice. Alright, just to keep us going straight.
Need some more?
No, that's good for now. Need some black ones though. This one's gonna go. Oh, wait a minute. That's not how that's gonna go. That goes like that. This is gonna be like that. Gotta get this about halfway. We gotta hit the joint right. Gray one?
I don't know if there is anymore. I gotta get.
Oh, there isn't? That's alright. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll just use this for now. It's just trying to get this corner lined up, that's all. Here's our starting point, May. Thanks, man. How's it look to you? Yeah? You're not just saying that because you're my bud? Bro, what a customer to set up a spotlight, huh?
Oh yeah.
I keep looking over at it thinking it's the sun.
Shut it off, you won't be able to see.
If you look right at that thing, dude, you're blind for like 30
yeah.
seconds, man.
See it.
Well, if you're somebody who has wondered how we got our chipstone and base stone to the right slope and grades that we need to, I hope this video helped with your understanding. If you already knew all that stuff and you just watched my videos for the entertainment, I hope you enjoyed it, just in general. The next video is going to be us continuing to lay this patio, but it's pretty cool. We made the fire pit area kind of like an inlay, so, and then we're also building a small retaining wall and a concrete block fire pit. So this was a pretty interesting job from last year, and there'll be a few more videos to come. So if you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe for a lot more content like this. But you guys already know the deal. Till the next one. God bless. Peace.